Hi, I'm Alisa, and I live in Tucson, Arizona. I graduated from the University of Arizona a couple years ago with a degree in visual communications, so that's fancy talk for graphic design. Right now I'm working for the Girl Scouts here in Tucson, the Girl Scouts of Southern Arizona.
Did they give you an honorary uniform?
No, but I have some cool pins since I started working there, honorary pins. I have hypermobile joints, and my doctor told me not to use this thing as a party trick, but I still do it anyways. So I can show you an example. Like, this doesn't hurt at all to do that. I have grown up going to different churches. My family is Christian, so I was raised in a Christian background, and I have gone to like a wide gamut of everything from very liturgical to extreme Pentecostal and everything in between. So all of those churches that I'd been to though was my parents deciding where we would go, and I was fine with that. I didn't really care either way. I was glad to go to church. But whenever I moved to Tucson to start college, it was the first time that I had the opportunity to decide what church I needed to go to. And so that also meant deciding what was important to me whenever I was looking for a church. So the whole first semester that I spent at U of A, I went to a different church every single week. And it was really exhausting, always being new. So it was tiring on that front, like not knowing anything that was normal walking into a church every single Sunday. It was tiring too to try and weed out like every single week, okay, well this meets A, B, and C, but falls short in D, E, and F. I was going to one church that was more of a college-y church, and I wanted something that had a variety of ages that were attending, because I feel like that's a sign of something healthy. And so I stopped going to the college service and I tried out their like normal family service, but there wasn't anyone my age in that service because everyone went to the college one, and there wasn't really any families there either. It was mostly like old people. But every other church I tried around the university was also kind of strange. So that was all fall of semester, and people that I knew that didn't even go to Second Mile were telling me that I needed to try out this church, and it was really scary for me because it was far away off campus. I had wanted to go to church that I could bike to, and this was several miles off campus, and all the other churches I had tried were like within 2 miles of campus. And there's actually, like, if you think about it, being able to go to a different church every Sunday that's within 2 miles of campus, that's a lot of churches. There were a lot of college students that were going to Second Mile, and they had a really good carpool system going, and so they told me, like, meet at the student union roundabout and there will be someone, and so there was. So I decided in the spring semester, okay, January, new month, new year, new church, so I tried it then. In middle school, I read Blue Like Jazz, and Donald Miller describes this church in his book where there's all kinds of artists that go to it. There's visual art incorporated as part of the worship service, and it was just mind-blowing to me, and I thought after reading that like, wow, that's the kind of church that I want to find someday. So whenever I walked into Second Mile for the first time, I knew within 5 minutes that I had found that church that I'd been looking for since middle school. So I was just totally enamored with, like, half the people I met were practicing artists there, and the other part of them were teachers, and then there was like lots of college students too, and so I just felt completely at home. I felt like those people could support me both spiritually and also like vocationally too, because we were all going through some of the same things together. So I remember that. Well, I don't remember that exact first time, but I do remember thinking like, wow, this is really great. And there was art set up all over the place, and there was like candles and things that, even though it wasn't a Catholic church, they were reminiscent of church history and liturgy, and that was something that I felt really drawn to.